And what in heaven's name brought you to Casablanca?
My health. I came to Casablanca for the waters.
The waters? What waters? We're in the desert.
I was misinformed.
He taught me, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
You're tearing me apart!
What?
You say one thing, he says another, and everybody changes back again!
He's Senator Aric Putnam. We love having him on the program. I'm glad to hear. Senator, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Life is good again. Oh, you don't know this. You probably don't listen to Friday night, Saturday morning, we had a big thunderstorm down here, and evidently, lightning and air conditioners, who knew? Don't mix. My AC got hit by lightning. So the wife and I get up Saturday morning. It's like, sure is sticky in the house, and sure seems a little warm. And then you go look at the old thermometer, like, why is it 80 degrees in here? And it just kept going up. So we get the AC guy out. They go through it, and we were hit by lightning. And
that's nuts.
Oh, I know. I mean, if somebody asked, how did it bang? I said, I don't know. I was sleeping at lightning, woke up a few times. I didn't catch it. Anyway, thank God for the electric service company here in town. They come right over. Al, this is your problem. I said, great. How long does it take? Well, I'll order one on Monday. It's hot. It's really hot. He goes, what do you want me to think? I have these just sitting at home? So, okay. So he orders it. And last night, this is how nice. These guys are fantastic. They get it. Doesn't show up till a little later in the morning. They just work all day to put it in. It isn't quite there. They don't have the tin tubing connecting it to the rest of the house, right? So all of a sudden, these guys are running around. They're grabbing the cardboard box that it came in and duct tape. I said, gentlemen, if my wife has to pay that bill that you quoted me and we're getting cardboard boxes and duct tape, I could have done that. And they're just like, no, we're out of here because it's almost 5 o'clock. We're going to get AC through your house. We'll come back tomorrow and put the tin in. This just makes it work for you tonight. The difference was night and day. Oh, my God. As soon as the AC went on, you could feel the water leave the house. Everything was sticky for 4 days from the humidity, and that was just out. I'm loving life. I love those guys. They'll be back this morning and finish up. But, how did we live before this? How did you live before AC? When did AC was invented? In 1933. I looked it up. Oh, my God.
That person deserves some sort of award. But, hey, my friend Carolyn, her hog barn got hit by lightning. And do you know much about the hog farming biz or about the biz?
I know you're on the ag committee, but
I'm flexing right now.
Do not judge my seeming lack of farm knowledge. I've been golfing with a farmer for 40 years. I actually did this thing for the show back when I did the Between the Lines program. We're starting this farm program where I went and tried different farm jobs, kind of like that guy that, ugly jobs, whatever, but this is just on the farm. I've been through hog lots. I've been through insemination lots. I've done it all. Well, I didn't do it. The guy, hey, you want to try this? Like, no, I'm here to watch and learn. I know farming.
Well, yeah, but so I didn't realize this either. But when the lightning hit the barn, it killed the fans, and when the fans aren't working in the hog barn, everyone can die. Yeah, because of just the intensity of the pig gas being. And I'm not making an analogy at all with your lack of fans in your house. I'm not. There's no relationship between those two things at all whatsoever. I'm just glad you're safe.
This is so funny because I don't know what my wife expects out of me. Like, hey, the AC's off. You should go see if you can fix it. I go check 2 fuses. I don't know. Could a fuse went? I had no idea. And once I get past that, I'm out. I throw in the white towel, which you could see the disappointment in her face, especially when they came and gave us the estimate. I said, what do you want me to do? Well, now we got to survive 4 days. And I'll tell you what, I have gained ground with my wife. First off, I'm up at the crack of dawn anyway. All windows are open. Fans in the window. We're sucking in the 65 to 70 degree heat from outdoors to try to cool this thing down. I'm watching the weather app. By 7 o'clock in the morning, we will be back to even, right? I got the house to 70. It's 70 outside. At that moment, close all the windows. We're closing all the windows to keep bad hot air outside in there. And I tell you what, with through 80 pounds of ice. I'm the quick trip guy. What are you doing? I got cocktail parties. Go get ice, and I learned this in the service. It's called a swamp AC. Got the fan sitting in front of my wife. Get a big bucket. Pour the ice in there and just let the air off the ice go on you. About 5-10 degrees difference. You can feel it, but that ice goes away. I mean, it just melts. It's hot in your house.
Yeah,
My
it's
wife's
hot,
like,
too.
where did you learn this? This is wonderful. And I've woken at 3 a.m. It's as low as it gets. Let's get this place opened up. And so my wife now knows we would survive. We'd hate each other. Because the other thing? Lying in bed, completely sweating constantly because of the humidity, you just can't be touched by another human being. Get your leg off me. I'm hot. Why is the dog still in bed with us? It's hot. It was tough on a marriage, but we survived. So I think we could have survived Pilgrim times. It would have been tough.
I'm glad you impressed her with your MacGyver powers.
Thank you. That's what I
think.
What you won't think about when you're actually burning up from heat. So anyway, why are we talking about that? Where were we going? I don't have it. Anyway, that's how my day was. I appreciate you coming to the program. I would ask you this just question off the top, because we talked a little bit about my key that gets me into the Capitol, my doorstop.
Yeah.
They came out with their review. They're going to close down a few more doors. Going to just leave a couple open on the front, couple in the back. We'll be good. I read it, and I said, that doesn't fix anything. The guy came in through an open door where you're allowed to come in. He had the shoehorn in his pocket, went to one of the other doors, open, and put the plug in. And as far as I can tell with the new rules, same thing. Just got to go through 3 doors, these up here instead of whatever one he came in. How can we not expect more for your safety?
Well, so partially, I think the idea here is that with fewer doors, there's always someone in the Capitol, so it's easier to watch just one door than it is to watch 40. Because it's ridiculous how easy to access the building is, which is good. I actually don't mind the restrictions, just 1 or 2 doors. I don't want to turn the place into some kind of fortress. And we talked about this before. I think that fewer doors is pretty cool. I also think that naked people on the Senate floor, although it might sound like a common occurrence, I don't think that's going to happen every week. I think this was a special event.
It might have been a one-off, but
dude.
let's be honest. Back in the day, every now and again, Channel 9, after a session was over, would find out how much liquor was being done. I think there's been nakedness before, quite honestly, in the Senate.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying it doesn't happen every week.
Fair enough. I don't know. I just feel horrible. And we were talking before we went on. It's because of with Hoffman. And Hoffman's a big friend of the program, love the cat. And we've been texting a lot more. Say, hey, still missing you, buddy, whenever you want to come back on. And he's going back. And he's very funny. He's got the John back. Little teed off. And one thing I tease him off, at least on text, is that, hey, whenever you want on, and whoever the attorney is that's going to be doing this case talks to John's attorney, he's like, yeah, it'd be best if you didn't go on the radio. Don't want to mess the case up. Okay, that could be true. If I swear I won't ask him anything about the case, let's talk about anything else you want to, John. Why can't we? And they just rather he didn't, so he's not. Putnam, how bad an attorney are you with, I don't know, the U.S. attorney? You got a guy with a confession letter in his truck. You caught him crawling across the cornfield trying to keep, he admitted doing it. And it was, hey, I was hired, basically told to by Walls. The guy did it. If you can't beat this guy because something John says on my program, you might get out of the law business. Am I lying?
Well, so I'm not in the law business, so I don't know exactly how it works. I understand a little bit of hesitation, especially when you consider the source. So yeah, we're talking about this crazy dude, but we're also talking about John Hoffman.
Okay, that's funny because it's so true. That's the truth of that. They probably met John and said, John, let's be honest, you can't control yourself. You won't do this.
And we're both saying this in love. I know we're both saying this in love, but it's also true. And sometimes when you love somebody, you got to tell the truth. So I think that's part of what's going on. That's part of their calculus. Maybe they're that good of a lawyer. They're that good of a lawyer that they know what might happen. So that's why they're pulling back.
Okay, that actually makes me feel happier about it because I was just darn mad at it. It's like, come on, can't this guy get back to some sense of normal? I don't know. Any chance you all on your side have been in discussion? How is he doing? I guess I should ask him, but I haven't. We thoroughly expect him to be good enough in February to come back and do some work for us. I mean,
absolutely. I mean, that's the assumption everyone's working with. And I don't talk to him a lot, but I have talked to him a couple times, and we're kind of all operating with. He's a tough old bird, man. I think that he's going to want to be back as soon as he can be. And I think he'll be back, and he'll be John again, which is great. Is
this one of those things? And again, I'm way off here, folks. I have no inside information on this. should getting to the Capitol and doing the regular stuff still be too much for him? Is that a good enough reason to Zoom? I know y'all Zoomed a lot of stuff back in the COVID days, and this is no COVID. I'll tell you what, it's 9 holes. Is that enough? Do you guys? Are we guys? I'm sure I would rip on the Republicans. They didn't allow him that ability. Is that something that could be played?
We can do that in committee hearings still if you have approval from your caucus leader.
Okay.
But another thing on John coming back, the first day he walks in on the floor, there's going to be a standing O that lasts forever, and he is not going to put that off. He's going to be there as soon as possible for that. So I think he's going to be back, and he's going to get an incredibly warm welcome, and he's going to love it, and we're going to love it. And it's going to be
that will be on the news. They'll have that covered from top to bottom. I love that. Let me ask you, I don't want to go through the what do you want to the primaries that happened yesterday. There are a bunch of them for all kinds of seats. But it did show me something I think should scare your team. I want to know if you're scared. I'll hit it before we go into the break. And basically it was what I considered just really a very low turnout, even for a primary, which I know are low turnouts. But the one where yesterday was for a primary seat for Hortman's seat, which you're never getting more publicity than that as far as what was going on. We'll talk about it on the other side, but I think that should scare the Democrats just a little bit. We'll talk about it right after this with Senator Aric Putnam.
Tired of one-sided media and divisive noise drowning out your conservative values? Take back the conversation with Braver Angels. Join a grassroots movement to restore civility and find common ground without compromising your principles. As a conservative, your voice matters. Share your perspective on issues like immigration and public health in Red Blue workshops and help rebuild trust in our great nation. Be a leader in depolarizing America. Sign up for free at mn.braverangels.org. Braver Angels, where conservatives, liberals, and independents unite for a stronger republic.
Do you have a closet full of old videos, photos, slides, or films? Regain that space and preserve those memories for future generations. Visit archivinglifemedia.com or call 952-829-8018. See how safe and simple it is to digitize all your media. Gain peace of mind knowing that all those important memories will be saved and can be seen and shared again. Do it today. Check out archivinglifemedia.com or give them a call, 952-829-8018.
begins. The Al Travis Show. Nothing but talk.
I think he's going to hate me for this. Senator Aric Putnam on the program. So less than 2,000 votes in that Melissa Hortman primary seat. Now, the Republican didn't have anybody, so maybe you would have got to 4,000. I don't know. Still seems very light to me. But I got to, you do speeching for a living. I mean, you talk to these kids about this stuff. And I don't know, Adam, please, let me give his last name. House DFL campaign director came after the person who won the most. He got 1,100 votes. And very excited, congratulations, and everything you're supposed to say. So this person supports a vision for for our future, grounded in Speaker Hortman's she fought every day. What's the quote? Making life better for all Minnesotans. Can we get off the planet? I mean, I don't know, Adam.
Making people's life better.
Because it's like the 6,000th person running for office. It's kind of like in high school.
Oh.
I'll get you an extra lunch pizza slice for everybody if you vote for me. It's like anything a little deeper, then go Minnesota.
So this is your first day in politics, Al? Is that what we're doing? Like you've never heard anyone say something that facile before? That's every single day we say stuff like that.
To become the DFL campaign director, you got to take a course, and you just got to memorize all the different platitudes we've ever used, because that's how in it. She's all for making life better for all. Oh God, I just want more. I guess it's just some meat on the potato. That's all. Is that?
I'm kind of with you on that one. I hate cliche. It's cliche, and I hate cliche in politics because it bores me. And when people are bored, they don't care. They don't show up. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. But they're like. And
I don't know. Yeah,
cliche is common coin, is what I'm saying. So I wouldn't pick on this dude in particular. Although whatever,
again, don't know him. The Republican guy is going to do the same crap. You got to go to school to memorize that stuff. I mean, it's just like, yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to my point before we went to break. Less than 2,000 people in this seat. Hortman's. I mean, you would have no bigger lead up to it, right? I mean, my goodness, the woman her husband and dog all shot, and there's no mistaking this seat's coming available, what's going on. Now, I get it. It's a primary, but isn't it scary that if 2,000 people show up, let's say 4,000 total for this thing when we do the special election, it don't take much to upset that seat. I guess the Democrats should be worried, because if that were to upset, and even if not this seat, then you should look at, what's her name, Michelle Mitchell's seat. If people are that apathetic, it just takes getting out your people, and this thing could change.
No, so I don't think we're apathetic at all. I think the exact opposite is true. What I think you're seeing here is that those are primaries. And
oh, my little puppy just showed up in the studio. Hello, little puppy.
Hello. So it's I think part of the political energy right now is in binaries and antithesis. So because you've got three Democrats hanging out, no one's going to show up. That's a different energy than a Democrat versus a Republican in the space that we're in.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like a lot of people, I didn't see the red stickers yesterday. I knew a lot of people who just didn't vote, who didn't even know we were voting, because it's a primary and a special election, and it's like it's an off year. There's tons of reasons for why no one showed up. But I will say that we have more people at rallies every weekend in St. Cloud that are energy behind my side. That means than voted yesterday. So the energy is absolutely there.
If I'm not mistaken, it's your side that would like to make life better for all Minnesotans. That'd be your side, correct?
And I know that's a really controversial statement. I'm not, as a politician, I'm not really willing to endorse that statement yet, because I still need to think about it, run it by my people, see where they're at.
Massage the phrasing a little bit, because what is better really?
Well, I mean, all Minnesotans, really?
Well, all except the Republicans who want Minnesota not be better for anybody.
No, that's not where I was going. I was going to Chad, who lives down the block. Like, that's what I was thinking about. I'm not a partisan thinker. I'm like, that guy doesn't mow his lawn well enough. I don't want to make his life any better. He's not using the one he's got well enough.
Putnam's over the fence. You better hope, Chad, I don't win this thing, because life's going to get heck on you. That's all I'm saying.
My slogan for re-election is making Minnesota better for all Minnesotans except Chad. That's going to be my slogan.
It's a little lengthy. We workshopped that a little bit. I really like it. I'm sorry we didn't have a whole lot of big stuff to talk about, but I appreciate you being on the program, my friend. We're running out of time. I do thank you for coming on. He's like, why did I get up for this? Why did I get up for this? It's Al Travis Show. We got him. Senator Eric Putnam.
This